Hello guys, welcome back. This is CodeLytical, and in this video we are going to learn how we can create this game application you are seeing. Okay, so basically this game is a stone of age, and our mission is to get all the coins or the gem here and also push the stone into the red square object here. So without wasting much time, let's do the demonstration. So you use the arrow keys on your keyboard, the keyboard of your computer or laptop. That is the left arrow key, then the right, down, then the top. So I'll collect the gems here and also push the object into the red square. So when you do that, you get a notification to move to the next level. So you can click on the next level. You can also see your time bonuses. So you click on next, the next level will come. So you pick the gem, then now move the stone into the red like this. So basically this is what we are going to be doing in today's video. Okay, so let's move to our application. Okay, so basically this application, to do that you only go to you open your Visual Basic, you go to File, then you make sure you select the new, then you select project, then you create your new project. Okay, you give it a name, Stone of Age, but this template, because to save time, we want to start from a template. So I've already designed a form that we'll be using. Will be given in the description with the resources, everything, the files together, so you get it, then you follow along with me. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's start with the coding. So basically we have our panel, which is containing our labels here. So the name of this panel is just panel 1. We have our labels here, that is LBL and LBL time bonus in that order. This is a button. So to bring this or to get these tools into your form, you only have to go to the toolbox here, you click on it, it will come, then you search for the tool you want to use. Alright, so you also have these 3 labels here. You have a list box here. Alright, now let's move down. You also have picture boxes here. This is the sand, this is the grass, this is the gem, and this is the red square, this is the blue, this is the rock, and this is the man. Now rock and rock, and this is the person in the man in red. Okay, we also have our menu strip here. This is the menu strip. Okay, and inside the menu strip we added our minimize strip and then the close strip. Now to achieve these 2 things here, what you have to do is you make sure the menu strip that you bring, you make sure you type whatever you want to type here. So like this. Now to move it to the right here, you have to select this what you just did. You have to select it, you go to your properties, then you look for alignment. Okay, by default you see the alignment is at the left, so you make sure you turn it to right and it will just move to the right part. So that is how to achieve this. So I'll undo this step. Alright, now see we have 2 timers here. You have timer 1, then timer 2. The same thing, you go to your toolbox, then you search for timer like this, then you bring it to your form and you see the timer will show here. So let me remove this. You also have a tooltip. The same thing, you go to your toolbox, you search for tooltip, now you bring it here. So that is it for the interface. Now let's get straight to the coding part. Now to start with our coding, we first want to create our model, or we want to add a model to our game. So to add a model, you right click on the project name, that is a Stone Age. So to locate the project files, you go to the Solution Explorer, then you see your project name there, you right click on it, then you go to add, you look for model, you click on model, then you select the model here, maintain the name, or you can change the name to suit you. In my case, I want to maintain it. After I click add. Okay, so inside this model we are going to use some codes here, so I'll just paste those code. This is it. So we have a public that is a picture box of 500 as a picture box, a public imap as a string, imap ud as an integer, then iLevel as integer, in that order like this. Okay, so we are done with our model. Okay, you can now save your project using Ctrl S to save it, or you just click these things to save it. Okay, let's go to our form. So now I want us to run the application to see what we are getting, since we've not done anything in the code base. Okay, so click start, and this is what we are getting. Nothing to show, nothing to display. So close this. All right, now to access your code part, you only have to right click on the, bring your cursor on the form, you right click on the form, then you select view code, or you click F7. So this is our code. Now here we are going to create a method to take charge of our game. So the name of this method is a draw map. So that will take charge of, or that will take care of this map we are seeing here, what we are seeing here. Okay, so we say private sub, then draw map like this. Okay, and inside this draw map we are going to declare some variables. Okay, so we say dim I as integer like this, then dim day as integer like this. Okay, now we are done with this ing variable declaration. Now we are going to read the files you are going to use for this game, that is the files what we are seeing here. Okay, we are going to read it into our form like this. So to do that, now let's look at the files first, or the resources first. So we go to our project. So this is the name of the project, click on it, Stone Age. So this is where we are keeping our files. It's inside this Stone Age. So you click on it to see the levels here. Okay, now I minimize it. So here you are going to give a comment here, say read files like this, like this. Okay, so let me paste this code here to save time. So we are declaring a variable s file name as string, then s alpha reader as system.io.stream reader. Okay, then we have s input as also string, then value as string, and it's equal to, so this value is a string, and it's also taking the part of where our files are, and in our case it's inside the application directory and in a folder called Stone Age. Do you get it? So we have also s file name equal to value and l. So we are going to do something with this. So this l will show plus the level here, then we'll display it. Okay, so that is all we are trying to say. So now we say timer 1.enable equal to false. We have to disable this timer. Okay, so we set it to false, and now we say itime. Say itime is equal to 999. Now you ask, where are we getting this itime from? When you go to our model, we have itime there. This is the itime in our model. Okay, now let's do the next step. Move to the next line. They also put this code here. So we are now setting the s file reader. We are setting it to the file opening test. Then what is it going to? So this reader is going to read this file. Okay, it's going to read the file name we have here. That's what we are doing, and we say s input is also equal to the file reader dot read line. Okay, now we set the j, that is the integer variable we created here. We set it equal to len, then inside the len the input line. Then we say imap ud, that is from our model imap ud. This is it. We set it to 1. Then we use a for loop. Here we set for I equal to 2 to 402. Okay, imap is now equal to the mid of So you can put a cursor here, then give you more details of what function we are using here. The method is giving a more detail of it. So it takes 3 variables here, or 3 arguments here, and the first is s, input line, I, then 1. Okay, so that is it. After that, we make sure we close our reader stream, or stream reader. Okay, so now we are going to draw our map. So let's give a comment. So we say draw map, then we paste this code here. So we say for I equal to 1 to 144, we know where the I is coming from. Okay, so we use a case to select the I map. So select case I map, that is from our model. I map is here. Where is I map? Okay, so this I map is a string variable. So select case I map of I from this integer. So now if case is A, it means it's a rock. P, the picture box of I dot image should be equal to rock dot image. So if our case is A, then it means the picture box should display rock, then the tag should also be rock tag. Now if it's a B, that means blue image should show. So this is the blue image. This is where we are getting our blue image. This is it, our blue image. And you say if it's A to rock, so this is where we are getting our rock. Okay, so in that order. Okay, and if it's E2, it means n rock, and the tag should also be tag n rock dot tag, in that order. Or else pb of I dot image should be equal to sand dot image, then the tag should be sand dot tag. Then now set I map to be sand dot tag. So that is it basically for the drawing of our map. So let me save this now. Okay, we are done with the draw map method. So we can collapse this, then inside here we create another method, say public sub count red. So that's the name of our method. Okay, and inside this method, let's give this code to it. So we are counting from the left. Okay, so we say dim I as integer as usual, then dim I yellow as also an integer. So say we set I red to be 0, and we are getting this I red from this model. I red here is it. Okay, so now we say we use a for loop here. We say for I equal to 1 to 144, if pb, that is the picture box of I dot tag, is equal to r, remember from the draw map, then I red is equal to I red plus 1. The same thing, if picture box of this I dot tag is y, then she sets I yellow should be equal to I yellow plus 1, in that order. Okay, so you can save it, and after the next we move down, then we give this code. We say if I red is equal to 0, then we should enable timer 2. So if our I red is equal to 0, timer 2, which is false, should be set to true. And also btn next, that is this form. This is our btn next. Okay, our btn next should also be visible. btn next should be enabled. Then panel 1, this is our panel 1. The panel 1 is displaying our score. Okay, should be equal to true. Then I should be equal to I level times 250 minus I yellow times 50. So whatever we get for I level, we multiply by 250, then we subtract whatever we get for I yellow by 50 from it. Then now we set timer 1 to false. Our n level, that is this one, will be equal to the level and I level, like that. So the level and then I level, so it will display our I level. So for instance, something like this, something like this is our level and this our I level. Okay, so now we say LBL time bonus should display the time bonus LBL. So this information will be after the game is done. After we are done with the game, then it's displaying whatever we are getting, as I wanted to display, show here. So like this, like this. Like this, then it come. This is what we are saying. So timer bonus 0, level bonus this in that order. Okay, after that we say btn.focus. We make sure our button next is focusing. Okay, so let's save it like this. Control S to save it. Okay, so we are done with the count read. We can also collapse this one for now. Now we create another method, and here let me paste this method here to just move fast. So okay, so this is a method. This is a method. We have private sub move me. Okay, so this will take care of the movement of the object and also move to the next level and the other. So here we set them locate new as integer, that is locate new 2 as integer, j as integer, s as integer, as normal. So now here we set the locate new to be equal to the iman location from our model iman location. And you shouldn't forget here the locate new is an integer and is equal to iman location, which is also an integer from our model. Locate new 2 equal to iman location, the other. Now we are saying if timer 2 dot enable. So if you have enabled timer 2, then we should exit sub. Alright, here too, if we have enabled our panel 2 is visible, we should also exit sub. So more or less you are trying to say if you are done with our game, because panel 1 only, this panel will only be displayed when our game or when we are done with our level. So that when anytime this panel is showing, this form shouldn't do anything. Okay, now we use the select case, the key values. So now if it is m, okay, if it is m, we set label3.text equal to iman location.tag. That is when we click on the M key on the keyboard. Okay, now when we click on the J key, it means we move to the left. Okay, and then S-man direction should be L, that is left. Now when it is K to right, when it is I, it is up, and then when it is M, it is down. Okay, so in that order. When it is K, you move to the next level. Okay, now if it is L, you move to the last level. When it is Q, you quit. Okay, and when it is R2, then you restart your game. So after that, we now call our draw map here. Our draw map, that is this draw map. We call it inside our move me. Then we exit the sub. That is when we restart the game. So anytime we restart the game, we are calling draw map. Anytime we restart the game, you have to draw the map again. Then we exit sub. So that is it. Basically, we end the select case statement. Then now we give an if condition. So say if location new, that is locate new, is less than 21 or locate new is greater than 380, then we should also exit the form. Here we set the label 1 dot text should be equal to the pb of locate me dot tag, and we give a space, and pb location of new 2 dot tag, and we give a space, then we locate the new 2. Here we use another case statement to select the picture box of the locate new dot tag. Okay, so we say case if it is a, okay, and if it is ER, then we do these things here. So basically, in the movement of the person, these are the keys or the codes we are using for this. So all these codes will be given in the description. If you want the code, just get a code, then just play around this code, because this game is just for playing purpose. You can do it for your child to be playing around it, and that is it. Okay, so let's move on. So we create our last method. So let me collapse this one too for now. So we create our last method. So I'll paste it here. So it's private sub get files. Okay, so we read all the levels. So this is now, you know where our directory is. So we say dim value as string equal to this, dim di as new io.directory info. So you use this to get your values. Then now you set the list box. You add your levels to the list box. Any level you complete, add it to the list box. Okay, but before to use a list box or you add anything to a list box, you first have to clear whatever is in the list box before you add. So that is it basically for our method. Let me collapse this one too as well. So you go to our form and make sure we load a code into our form. So this is the form. I mostly use the event side to add anything to the tools or the form here. You can just select the form like this, then double click to locate the form load. So you are going to do a simple code in here. Okay, so in the form load, this the code we are going to use there. Let me paste it. So you say the G total is equal to 0, G total from model, then dim KLR as integer, KUD as integer, M as integer. You use a for loop. So you say for KUD, that is from 1 to 12, for KLR 1 to 12, we set M to be equal to KLR plus KUD. You multiply by 12, then also subtract 12 from it. Then you set PB of M, that is a picture box of M, to be equal to new system.windows.form.picturebox. Then you use the width to get the picture box location, the size, the image, the tag, then also set it to visible true. Then you end with. So that is it for the load side. So let's run our application and see what we are getting from our form, or getting from our code onto the form. So we click the start to run the application. Oh nice, so this is what we are getting. Okay, let me close it and close let me close this one so that you don't conflict anything. So let's click start again. Okay, so this is what we are getting for our code. Okay, so let's work on the minimize and the close first. Okay, so as usual, you know, for minimize, you say me.form windows state, windows state is equal to form windows form state dot minimize, like this. Okay, now let's do for the close as well. You know, me.close as usual, like this. Okay, so let's go to our form. So here you select the form, then you go to the event, you select the event, then you look for key down. So this key down, so you double click on key down, then give this code. We say s key value, like this. Okay, you set it to equal to e dot key value, sorry, not comma, dot key value, like this. Okay, then here we move me. Okay, it's a method, so don't forget your bracket. So that is it for the key down. Let's go to our form. Okay, so we select the timer one, then we look for tick. So timer one dot tick. So the tick, you make sure you select same thing, go to the event, then look for tick, you double click on it. So here inside the timer one, you're also going to give a condition. Say if I time, okay, is greater than 0, like this, okay, then what? Then I time like this is equal to I time minus 1. Okay, so after doing that, now we set a level. So we say LBL level like this, okay, dot test is equal to level here, and where's and like this I level, okay, same thing, and okay, give a space like this, and what I time like this. Okay, so we are done with the time my one tick. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So we select the form next, we can double click to access the code. So here we say panel one dot visible, okay, panel one dot visible is equal to false like this, okay, then tns like this dot visible go to false, okay, then btns dot enable is equal to false like this, panel one dot enable is equal to false like this. Then we draw the map again. Where's draw map? Okay, it's a method, so don't forget. Okay, so that is it basically. 3, 4. Okay, so it means that when we click on this next, it should disable this panel, everything here should be disabled, then we draw a new map. So that is it. Okay, so now let's work on the timer 2. Select the timer 2, then look for the tick, double click on it, select the event. Okay, first don't forget, so here we will say panel one dot visible equal to true, then timer 2 dot enable is equal to false. After that, we focus on the bt next. So bt next dot focus dot focus like this. Yeah, okay, so we are done basically with our code. Let's go through and see. Yeah, we are done with this. Okay, so before we run our application, you can save your project, then you right click on your project, then you click on build. Okay, we didn't get any error, so let's close this. Now let's run our application. So this is our game, so let's see if it's working. Let's minimize it. Okay, let me click close. All right, so run it again. Now let me start playing it. Okay, moving it up, down. Okay, all right, next. All right, Okay. Alright, so basically this is our game and we are done. We've made a successful Stone Age game application using Visual Basic in the Visual Studio IDE. So let's close it. So basically we are done with this video. Thank you very much for your time. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. The name of the channel is CodeLytical. Also, don't forget to like this video, share to as many people you know and your friends. Share to a friend to share to a friend. So that's it. So in our next video we are going to do more and powerful and creative one, even powerful than this. We are going to look at a Ludo game application using the Visual Studio and with the C# programming language. Thank you very much for your time once again. See you.